Welcome everybody to Sacramento, California, my hometown. And right now we are standing in the R Street corridor, or the historic district. Why is it historic, you may ask? It's because if you look down, we are standing between two rail lines. This is the original rail line that entered Sacramento way back in the 1850s, back in the gold rush era. Over 160 years ago, this corridor was lined with warehouses, and these buildings that you see here definitely renovated and turned into apartments, into restaurants, into barber shops. And as we go along the corridor, I'm going to show you some of the highlights and why this place is so popular at the moment and such a great place to visit if you're heading to Sacramento. You guys are lucky enough to have planned your trip here on a second Saturday of the month. You are in for a treat because it is called Second Saturday, and this entire corridor is filled with galleries and paintings and local artisans bringing out their crafts, and it is a fun experience. A lot of vendors, some drinks if you're interested. So a little bit further down the street, some more renovated brick buildings. Brand new is this Plant Power fast food, amazing vegan food. A little further are those artist lofts that I was mentioning. And you know, every now and then you can find a nice seat to sit back and enjoy the experience. Here's a different angle of the artist lofts to our right. Wonderful with a public market on the bottom floor. And over here, if you're feeling you need to get a little trim, you can come and check the barber. Maybe grab a drink while you're doing it. Emphasize bar. So although Fox and Goose started in 1972, this is kind of where the revival began. A couple of years ago, over here, R15 on the corner of R and 15, there's a venue of Ace of Spades, there's a Burgers and Brew, there's a Shady Lady Saloon, there's all these restaurants in these renovated brick buildings like I mentioned before, and this is really where people started coming, and with all that movement and that popularity, the other side of the street started to grow too. So here, between 14th and 15th on R, with the growing popularity on the north side of the street, the south side followed in suit. We have a tavern, we have a taco bar, we have a pizza place, we have a lot of cool outdoor seating. Thanks to COVID, they've set up and shut down this street completely for pedestrian and bike access only. And here on the other end of the R Street corridor are the ice blocks. These were recently created for meeting spaces, co-working spaces, and on the bottom floor, for those working upstairs, they can come down to some restaurants. We have a local brewery, and there's some apartment buildings on the next block, which I'll show you. If you're looking for furniture, we also have that. Here at the other end of the R Street corridor, I know it doesn't look like it used to back in the 1850s with broken down brick buildings and things like that, but the renovation has been amazing. We have apartment buildings for the locals, we have food chains, we have local restaurants, we have grocery stores. It all just brings this wonderful, comfortable feeling to downtown Sacramento, combining the history with the modern.